big chunk, $100,000 prize pool. Volk's gonna get tagged up from behind here, though. Find some minis, so should be able to shield back up and be in a decent spot. Wants to go for the sniper shot first.
It's interesting to see, again, these players not changing their playstyles. The same 4 players we've seen at Sweaty every single time. Whether it's working for them or not, they're sticking to their game plan. They're making sure they stick to what they know. Volks is on top of the hotel now, maybe trying to get some shots in here. I believe it is aimbot. I can't quite see the name. It is. It's aimbot. And he goes to shots. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Volks with a bit of aimbot, taking him down, putting himself up to 16 points.
The man with a plan. He is on an absolute rampage right now, Volks. I talked about Looter, but honestly, another individual who can control his own destiny is Volks, and he's taking the bull by the horns right now and trying to secure a dominant game number 6. He's going to need it if he wants to take home a first place finish.
Definitely, definitely. It's getting exciting to see how some of these leaderboard players are stacking up right now, where they are on the map and what's going on with them. There's a lot of action happening inside in Sweaty, and I think Volk's going to try and take this fight if he can. Trying to get above him, doesn't have the floor, unfortunately, but that's all he doesn't have. If Volk takes this floor, it's going to be scary. This is Forbes. They are actually very good friends, and Forbes going down to Volks. Volks is playing in his game, his style. He's put on a skin that I wouldn't expect him to put on.
Volks is a different human right now with 3 eliminations in the first 5 minutes of this game. That is unprecedented, playing with such aggression. He is on an absolute tear, and he's looking to control his fate and come out on top. Meanwhile, Colt and Serpent pick up 1, so Australia continues to show how aggressive they are, as Colt's gonna find himself an epic chest as well.
Yeah, we'll go back to Volks now. He's got some pretty good loadout, playing super aggressive in this early game. Haven't seen any of our big names go down in the feed. Hoping to catch up with some of them soon. At the moment, we have Magma getting taken down. Hopefully, we'll buy Fresh. We'll see how we go in Pleasant. We'll see how this fight plays out. Magma's trying to find his way into this one. Fresh choosing to back out. He's channeling his inner Landon here. He's still got the 1 point. Maybe it really does look like Landon's playing on Fresh today. He's wearing the Gingy skin, trying to find his way in on Magma. Again, Landon was quick to flame him for the poor performance, so I don't feel too bad about throwing a little bit of shade out there on Landon.
Let's be honest, Fresh at this point just doesn't want Musel to outplace him. He's trying to get at least a couple points right now.
That is very true, actually. Fresh goes down here. It is a huge story for the tournament because it means that Mr. Fresh Asian actually got outplaced in a competitive solos tournament by Musel.
Musel would never let him live that down.
Oh, definitely not.
Would never let him live that down. I talked to Lachlan in the middle of games there, and he said the same thing. And you know, Mr. Fresh Asian would have loved to have a better performance here. Tough to do against these top players, but he is on a tear.
He's
Mr. Fresh Asian playing for pride more than anything, and now he's going to be going up against Spoiling. Another opportunity here to come up clutch and picked up 2 limbs and all of Pleasant Park.
But Spoiling's walked in this fight afterwards. He's saying he thinks he's third-partying it, but Fresh is actually looking very healthy, actually healthier than him here. Fresh is on 100 health, 100 shield, but then again, we see Spoiling does have the rockets. That could come in huge, especially inside this building. If he can find an angle through one of those windows, maybe around one of those corners, he can do a lot of damage with that rocket.
I don't know if Spoiling has launched rockets and Fresh knows that he has RPGs. I can't remember if that happened. So Spoiling has an opportunity to catch Fresh off guard with some RPGs, and he has a complete advantage. If Fresh comes out on top here, I gotta say, that'd be very impressive because Spoiling has complete advantage right now, just down by 50 HP though.
Yeah, we have Spoiling trying to find his way into this one. Fresh playing it nice and slow. We're not seeing any 2 big names going down the feed. Rel taking down Vinny, keeping my eyes on that for some of these top dogs. Sam going down though to Pate. Again, Sam not have the best performance today, but definitely a player that I was looking out for coming into today. This fight slowing down a little bit, trying to find their way in. Storm comes through soon. I'd like to see them both kind of disengage now. I don't think they have too much to gain from this one.
Yeah, Pate from Norway doing a good job ending the opportunity for Psalm, who really disappointing finish for his standards. 2nd place at Fortnite World Cup and so many consistent placements in summer skirmish and fall skirmish early on. Currently on board of Spoiling, who is just hunting Mr. Fresh Asian. RPG's gonna come out. There it is. That's why we mentioned earlier, even though Spoiling was down in HP, has a clear advantage in this with high ground and an RPG. Now he's hunting.
Definitely trying to find his way into that one. We talked Muselk actually just went down in the feed, so if Fresh can come out on top of this one, he will be able to come out on top of Muselk. We'll see. Needs to find his way through this one. Link taking down Rel in the feed as well. I have not seen those big names going down at all, which is good to see. There is shot comes back though. Looks like Fresh wanting to fire back. Spoiling's now still got the high ground, but Fresh is trying to get away from this one. Looks like he's walking away though, trying to put out the builds, but unfortunately left himself too much in the open. Spoiling has to use these bandages. It's been the recurring storyline of today. I've said it a few times. Unfortunately, these players are taking fights, losing the fight or winning the fight, but definitely ultimately losing the war. They walk away from it and they end up going down soon after. Pretty much this fight needs to end very quickly for one of them, but I still don't think the game's going to go well for him after this.
Yeah, this is a slight sense of nostalgia from game 2 where Spoiling was actually attacking Mr. Fresh and he was able to escape from that fight and survive to late game. Looks like he's going to do the same thing. So smart decision by Fresh. He has no heals, not the best situation. He's going to just reset. Really, really wise for him to back out.
Yeah, we're going to see Cypher here now trying to take a fight on Ruri here on the edge of the zone. See how Cypher goes. This one has that legendary pump, so I know why he's playing aggressive here. Cypher known for being one of the slower, more methodical players in the OCE region, but he's taking this fight now knowing he's already in zone and he has has that power weapon. That legendary pump, once you get it, you can do some serious damage and end fights in a single shot, over 200 damage if it's a headshot.
Yep, it is possible to hear the med kit, tough to do. There's an audio cue there, and it looks like Cypher recognized that he was trying to heal. So Cypher's not letting him get that slight advantage, which would, if he can get the med kit off, which I think he will, Rory will have a clear advantage over Cypher in this fight.
Yeah, I think Cypher might know that he's going for it right now. He's trying to find his way onto low ground. We've got another slow kind of stay away sort of fight. It's the current meta right now, right? You can't single destroy any walls of any item in the game, really, other than the rockets. Don't have any heavy snipers. You don't have the mobilities. With the box fighting, though, the shots come out. The Cypher using the blue AR. I was talking about the legendary pump, but so far it's actually the blue AR that's doing the serious damage now. Some incredible tracking, trying to find his way into this one. Has the cone if he takes this floor as well, but Ruri, being a very smart box fighter, turns, puts the stare on his head, and keeps it between him and Cypher, but Cypher is unrelenting, trying to find his way into this box.
Look at the aggression from Cypher, just absolutely flying at Ruri. Ruri had a clear advantage. He popped the med kit. He should be doing the hunting. Instead, Cypher's gonna make it look easy against a Ruri who's running away with his tail between his legs. Nice job by Cypher. Aggression pays off.
And we're tuning in here to Quid, who's now got Elevate near him, though. So Quid's almost in zone. He's fishing up for some loot. Has that one flopper, has that one slurp fish as well. He's got a good loadout. Quid, obviously one of the favorites right now on 28 points. Has Elevate in front of him. A scary play to have between you and zone. Fresh going down to Spoiling at the end. Oh, and Link taking down Mitch Robinson. So Spoiling coming out in top in that pleasant fight we saw earlier. But hopefully Quid still makes this rotation and doesn't get held out there. That is going to be huge for this tournament. If Elevate tries to take this fight right now, for whatever reason, it could end badly. But Elevate, being a very smart player with so much competitive experience, I don't think he'll take this fight here, and Quid can just rotate nearby.
Yeah, we have had actually a few people, Quid, Spraz, and I think far away is Link, so Elevate in a pretty tough spot. He's just going to completely back out. So smart on him to recognize, hey, it's not just a 1 versus 1 with Spraz. There's so many other players also rotating here. He's just trying to avoid fights. That is the wise call. But as you mentioned, we did see Mr. Fresh Asian get taken out, so that marks the end for Mr. Fresh Asian here in the solos competition. But again, the Pro-Am winner alongside Lachlan and Enshway, you got to tip your hat off to him.
Definitely as well. And we haven't seen Nyrox go down at all in the feed either, so we still have Luda, Nyrox, and Quid in this game, as well as Brezzo, which is huge right now. So I believe we still have our 4 very top point players right now in this one. We have the eliminations feed coming back up. Worthy still in the lead on 14, Nyrox on 13 as well. So he's doing very, very well at the top there. He's doing that consistent placing as well as the limbs. We see Brezzo on 8th there with 11 eliminations, and Quid on 10. So Quid is playing this very smart as well as Luda with their placements. But eliminations, as I say that, Worthy picks up another one on Cold, maybe bringing himself back in this game.
Yep, make it 15. Worthy has been an absolute slayer in this one. We got a player named Slaya, but looks like Worthy's trying to take that title from him.
Definitely.
15 eliminations total. Congrats to that. And meanwhile, Jalen taking out Cat. Jalen, another player who competed last year at the Australian Open, trying to squeeze his way into some placement prize as well.
Definitely. We got Symmetrical here now representing for the NA region. Managed to pick up a win today, gone a little bit down since then, but still 33 points. Not a bad effort here coming into this final game. We'll see how he goes in zone. He's in a good position, still has that harpoon as well if he can find maybe some fishing holes around here. Takes the snipe shot on Zexro, does not connect. We tune back into Volks, the aggressive player. Like you said, he's playing very, very well. Out of sweat, he drops down onto Mao, hits him with a ridiculously heavy tack shot, brings him down to 11 health. Mao dancing on him. One of the people we talked about yesterday in the content creator category, taking down Volks, arguably one of the best players in our region.
By the way, Mao had 11 HP, then of course got 50 from the Siphon. So heartbreaking, the story, potential Cinderella story for Volks.
That's it.
Clock strikes midnight and Mao ends that one clean. Volks now will just have to sit and watch his peers and hope for an Australia-New Zealand win.
Yeah, definitely. Now we can see from above, I'm trying to spot some of those main players that we have up there. Can't really see too many of them where they are right now. Nameplate's going away. We've got eyes on Nyrox and Brezzo, though, on the right, so they're doing it for me here. Nyrox is swimming around towards Misty right now. Brezzo's already in there in a very nice position. We see Brezzo up on that mountain, sitting himself very pretty, putting himself in what many people would call a power position. We have Nyrox just dive bombing
like a shark in the water. He smells blood on Q-Jack and wants the limb. Finally, Wise is going to back out and reset. But I felt like I was watching Jaws right there as Nyrox is going to back out. Almost goes for the hunt. Instead, says, I'm going to live to fight another day. Q-Jack coming from Japan with 1 elimination. And right next to Nyrox and co.
We're getting closer and closer to the end game. It is building now. I'm getting so hyped here. All the players are congesting now. It's looking a lot later in the game than it actually is because we're getting very fast south. He's zones losing a fight now. This could end everything right here. Luda's here. You wonder if he's feeling the pressure. Is he feeling the nerves? He might be. They're pushing him. Luda goes down. No, that's it. The Cinderella story for Luda is over. He's going down. So I couldn't see if it was Jordan or Spraz. It was Jordan who took him down. Oh my gosh, now we have Spraz coming in on this one. That is massive. He will be devastated from that.
Clock strikes midnight as well for Luda. You hate to see it if you're a Luda fan. Meanwhile, Vanilla in a tough situation, 9 HP. You got to think with a med kit, can you survive? You just have to run and hope for the best. In a good position to do exactly that, lazy leg. But look at Parpy, outsmarting perhaps and playing so aggressive right behind Vanilla. not going to let him get that heel off his Parpy.
And we talked about it earlier. It doesn't matter. Jordan, again, not doing too crazy on the standings today, but that's how much it is. Anyone can change the narrative here. Anyone can change the storyline. Jordan taking down Luda, one of the top 3 right now, currently was in first. That is so devastating for him. We'll have to see how this one plays out, though. Parpy trying to find his way in on Vanilla, trying to get the wall. He takes the wall, tries again, takes the extra wall again. Vanilla playing very quick. Parpy trying to switch out the weapon, seeing if he can use this tack. Does 75 damage to the walls to try and take the wall quickly and safely. Parpy showing his box fighting prowess, but he can't find his way in, as Vanilla is showing his prowess at getting away defensively.
We saw it with Rory earlier. Now we're seeing it with Parpy and Vanilla. These Japan players just play a little bit passive, while these Australian players simply hunt. Parpy now trying to get his prey. Spots him, and he's going to get tagged up quite significantly. It might be a different story here. Vanilla might be able to end up on top, and Vanilla is now the hunting. Misses that one. Parpy now back in control again in this 1 versus 1. Parpy, the last hope for RBK, is going to come out on top.
Takes him down now. Did a whole bunch of research on Asia coming into this one. Watch low their cash cups, and yes, you hit it nail on the head there. They're a very defensive player. I would not say that makes them worse as a region. They play so defensively, and it's difficult in its own right. I was talking to Sundown about why he thought that may be. He was talking about because the region is so large, with the ping deficit on servers, they like to play defensive and not have to risk taking their walls. We tune back in with Brezzo on 36. You have to think he's OC's last chance right now. Is it going to be him, Nyrox, or are we going to have an upset?
And look who's right next to him, Antix. It's Benji Fishy, who of course was in 11th place. I didn't see his standings in that last one because I was down on the floor, but Benji needs a huge game here to be able to take home that 100K prize pool. Brezzo, perhaps one of the last hopes for Australia to win a championship, as he was in first, right next to Benji Fish.
We've seen how big these games can change around. Westy jumped up there into the top 10 at one point with 1 game though, so you never know. If you pick up that full 10 points from the Victory Royale, it can be pretty huge. And look how many players we have clustered here. And unfortunately for Quid, I say unfortunately he might be okay, but that is not where you want to find yourself right now, coming into your final game at a tournament of this size with the chance to clutch it up. You have 5 phenomenal players on top of you. 6, sorry. This has got to be scary for him.
Beautiful cinematic shot right there as Moffin just going to tunnel his way into health and into safety. Moffin, of course, coming from Asia. You were very high on his performance here. Can he have a big last game? It's hard to believe this is match number 6 here, Aussie, as it's been such an amazing 5 games so far, but it all comes down to this last end game to close out the Australian Open.
I'm so excited. There's so many eyes in this one building. When you were doing the beautiful floor work earlier, I was taking a look at Twitch there, seeing whose eyes were on this. I saw Chap, Mr. Savage, Booger, Baller TW, Innocent, Shio, all the biggest names in the business watching this one, along with tens of thousands of people at home. And we're going to have to see how it closes out. Can an OCE player have their Cinderella moment, come out on top in the few opportunities they get, or is Nyrox going to have his big blow-up moment, or something entirely different altogether?
Yeah, big shout out to all the great human beings in the Fortnite community, of course, pro players. Team Liquid representing Booga, Fortnite World Cup champion representing as well, and of course our casters. You got Shio, you got Sundown Balla, all supporting as well. The Australian region is alive, and surely they are proving that they can compete at the top level. Didn't show up at the World Cup, but they're showing up today.
Definitely Quid here taking some serious shots. Picking up elimination is huge. Lapex taking down Spraz there. Unfortunately, Quid can't connect with that. Extra elimination can be the difference in this tournament, but maybe he can get the elimination on Lapex. He's pretty far out of zone, and there is a lot of people firing at him. If Quid can pick this up on Lapex, it will be massive for him. He doesn't really need the health or shield. He has 2 of those floppers and 2 slurpfish, but the elimination when you're this close top is massive. Lapex getting beamed from lots of different angles. Quid gets a shot in there and he gets a headshot as well. He does take him down. Who does he go down to? He went down to Usaya. No, Quid can't pick it up, unfortunately.
Ooh, that would have been a big elim. Brezzo with a med kit and 6 mini shields in his inventory, so he's well positioned for this late game. In the circle as well right now. Of course, mountain to the right, so if that circle shifts to the east, to the right of their screen, it's gonna be a tough situation to traverse that mountain. Of course, these late game positioning is so crucial. God, you gotta think Brezzo's in a good spot. Can he do it? A player that was not on our radar at all until end of match 4, where he burst into the first place spot in the standings. Meanwhile, Tina Ray's TwitchCon champion still alive as well.
Definitely, and Quid's in a nice position here. He's got a few boxes now. I'm not sure where that wooden box is also his, but he's definitely here hanging out in this metal and brick base. He knows what to do. He got into zone. He built out of heavy mats. So what that means is using brick or metal, harder to break when it's fully built, but also one of the main things for Quid right now is it makes you unseen. It's a lot harder to see through the brick and metal. So we can sit there, relax, hang out, be very, very methodical with what shots he takes. As we saw Quid taking this right-hand peek now and Chrysler above him, we have to see how this goes.
Brezzo, of course, representing Controller Nation. Can he do it? Taking a look at the elimination leaders. Worthy still on top. Nyrox right behind, the young Norwegian duos champion from the World Cup, holding it down and proving that he can hang with the best in solos as well. But look how many Australian players are in that top eliminations category, proving their reputation correct. Some shots are going to come in on carry on here. Ace, Will in the area. A lot of Australian players here nearby, and Worthy, of course, first place in damage dealt by a long shot as well.
Yeah, exactly there. And we saw another elimination added to that list. I think when we saw it just then, it was 16, which means Worthy's picks up another one. So again, I'm talking about who can come on top, talking about Nyrox, talking about Quid. Worthy's played really well today. If he keeps playing this aggressive, he can jump on top, or even symmetrically, honestly, this is what you want. It's so close at the top. Obviously, World Cup was a phenomenal spectacle. We had Booger run away with it early, and a lot of people pretty much just said it was his tournament from game 1. This is not the same case. Anyone can win this, and I'm getting so friggin' excited to see how this closes out.
We could not have written a better story here in match number 6 to close this out. As my friend Aussie Antics just said, it is up for grabs, that first place finish. Who will do it? Symmetrical, Worthy, Brezzo, so many top players in that top 5, and so many of them still alive here alongside the likes of some American heroes and TSM Zexro, and other players still trying to burst their way into top 10 in placement. It's gonna all come down to this. 45 players remain in match number 6. Zora and I think that was Bola right next to each other hugging.
I love how you see that there. You saw the zone pull from the minimap, and we saw every single triangle instantly flick towards it. Like, these players are lasered in coming into this final game. They saw the zone, it pulled, they instantly looked at it. Now they need to find how they're actually going to get there, though. Zora's eyes on it as well. We've got that southeast-ish sort of zone now, so they're going to have to make their way down there. Definitely wasn't the dead side of zone, but it was obviously not the most contested. Look at all these players on the far southwest trying to make their way across now if they can. Zora's one of them, though. He falls down into the water, luckily for him. We're going to have to see how some of these top players make this rotation. I can't see any of the big names already had. Unfortunately for Quid there, we see that he is not already in zone. He's going to have to start moving. He's opting to rotate late. It's incredibly smart, but it's incredibly risky. We saw he had those floppers and those slurpfish. He talked about it up on stage before. If he gets caught in Storm here a little bit, he has that extra buffer, so maybe he's going to hang out late, make sure he gets in a little bit later.
Yeah, very viable strategy and tactic here in Chapter 2. If you have floppers, you can sit in Storm a little bit longer. We take high ground as well. We saw Mr. Fresh Asian do it yesterday. We've seen some players do it throughout, but I just saw Ghost Saf got taken out. So Ghost Saf from California is going to be out of this one. Jordan still alive. A lot of Australian players here I'm seeing on screen. Quid going to take her. Sorry, Quid going to take out Kreiser. And now,
big elimination for Quid now. We have Brezzo up here as well, 36 points now. He's already in zone. Brezzo rotating so well. Honestly, I'm so impressed with how Brezzo played today. He hasn't gone for those massive eliminations. He's played the most consistently today. Based on that elimination to placement point threshold, I would have to say he's playing the most safe. And he keeps using this same cone tactic, jumping up into his cone as fully belt, making sure he gets full angles with no way of getting shot back.
Brezzo could benefit greatly from an elimination right now. 1 for Siphon, 2 for an elimination point, 3 for inventory. He has all green and blues in his inventory. I'm sure he'd love to stumble upon some rockets or some legendary weapons. We'll see if he can. Meanwhile, Benji Fishy still alive in this one as well.
Quid's down here though. Quid's being held right now. He's being shot at. No, Quid's going down so low. He has less than 50 health on the bottom right corner of the screen. If you can't see it right now, Geese is directly above him. He's beneath Zora and Geese, some of the most dominant duos in the World Cup during that. Tina Ray's getting taken elimination right now. I can't see. Quid takes down Geese. No, he came back on top. Quid fought his way back out. He is doing so well. He's on 17 health. He has these floppers. He is playing out of his mind. Look at the upgrade he just got. A legendary burst rifle and an epic tack.
Massive upgrade. That's exactly what Brezzo, I'm sure, would love to have right now. Zate picked up a kill as well, so now Zate, TSM Zextra, I believe, still alive, and so many Australian players, as mentioned, in this one, and the rotations are going to come through. Jordan going to take out Jailbot from Vancouver. Now eyes on Quid. Quid's in a rough spot. He's going to get taken out. Jalen is able to get the elim, I believe, on Quid, but now has to traverse the entire mountain. Chances in the best spot. Eshes, the controller player from Australia, in a pretty good position here as well. Positioning is everything. Pre-depression with consistent top placements.
Quid goes down there, so now it's up to Brezzo here. He's one of the players we saw in the top 3. I haven't seen eyes on Nyrox recently, though. I don't know if he's still up there. We keep swapping to Brezzo, which is amazing. I want to know where Nyrox is right now. 27 players alive. We're about to jump into that top 25. There it is. Placement points now gained for Brezzo. Let's see what he can do with it. He's been rotating on front side of zone so well. Epic Whale taking down Jalen. We have Slayer taking down Eshes. Epic Whale taking down Sosman. Man, Epic is out. Epic is now taken down by Bob, goes down one of the Asian players. Worthy picking up another elimination on Squeaks. We're about to get in top 15. There it is, Brezzo gets top 15 placement points.
And just like that, you blinked and we're in the top 13 in match number 6 to close this one out. Brezzo picks up a huge elimination on Epic Whale, gets the 50 HP from Siphon, is in a good position here. Jax and Brezzo gets another one. Jax picks up a third, he actually eliminates himself, sorry, as Alec takes out Benji Fishy. We have Nyrox still alive. We also have Brezzo, 2 of our top 5 current standings players.
Brezzo's on 43 points here. Like I said, we have the 2 storylines coming to head. Can Brezzo make it in his first LAN event on controller? 43 points here. Or can Nyrox jump out of the shadow of the duos world champion and come out on top in solos? We have Zate here, someone we all expect to do very well today. We have some amazing players in this endgame.
If anyone's going to crush a dream, it's going to be Zate. who is honestly only 19 points, not in the top standings, but he can end the journey for Brezzo. But look where Brezzo is, RPG in his name. He did get that massive upgrade, and he has high ground, so in a pretty good position here. Brezzo wants to be in the fight, though. He's a controller player. He wants to take that to his advantage.
We see that on the right there, Brezzo's in the fight. We see Nyrox in not the greatest position here. He's on ultimate low ground, has to traverse this mountain. The reason why that lobby cleared out so quickly is this is one of the worst zones I've seen, and it keeps pulling across, pulling up the mountain. Brezzo takes down Nyrox. This might be it right now. He's running with the Jinx in front of him. An OCE player I expect to do well today. Brezzo finding the angle around Jinx, trying to end his dreams right here. Brezzo might have this one through. Jinx comes out. Brezzo goes low. 62 health. He's got to get out of Storm now. He needs to rotate through. There's 3 players alive. He's on high ground on 47 health. He has chances above him.
This man has ice in his veins. Brezzo gets a third. It's a 1 versus 1. I think it's Zate. Brezzo versus Zate to close this one out. The Titan eliminated the other. It's actually Bola. Brezzo versus Bola.
They're actually their squad mates. Is Brezzo taking down Bola? Can he do this one here? Can it go squad mate against squad mate? Can Bola crush his dreams? If Brezzo wins this, you have to think he's going to win the entire tournament. He's reloading this rocket. He's pushing forward. Needs to find this angle. Does not connect. Bola still has some materials down there. He's getting the minis off. He has no health meds though. He's got 80 health, 42 shield. He's being dropped down. He's on top of Bola. The shots come out and Brezzo takes it. 52 points total. He gets the victory royale and you have to assume he's the AO champion. We don't know yet though. Oh my gosh.
Brezzo, welcome to competitive Fortnite. We have potentially one of our first controller players to win a Fortnite major. Brezzo, with ice in his veins, eliminates all the Titans. He takes out Epic Whale, he takes out Nyrox, and he takes out Bola for the victory royale. Congratulations to Brezzo on a phenomenal match 6 performance.
Oh my gosh, he performed so well there. I think we're going to throw this one to Ben to see the closeout analytics here and see how they go. That was incredible. Game 6, thank you so much, Fallout. That was insane. Throw it up to you, Ben.
Oh, wow, guys, Brezzo with the victory royale, his first win out of the competition, doing it in style. We knew heading in to the end of the competition, he was up there on the scoreboard, very close, and coming out with this one, it could just be enough, pointing, oh my goodness, to controller Pookie. Incredible games.